Hey guys, Cajun Resell here, back at you with another sourcing video. Today we're going to cover 4 garage sales in Baton Rouge. I promise we're getting to 127 sales soon, but this is going to cover some garage sales that happened in Baton Rouge within the last 2 or 3 months. This is garage sale number 1 / estate sale. I like the estate sale garage sales, I'll say that in the summary again, but there's some items I picked up: LSU and cowboy hats. Anytime I pick up cowboy hats like that, I'm going to pick them up. You should definitely pick them up. They were $5 each. LSU shirts or jackets were $10 each. I shouldn't have picked those up. I'll explain why in the summary. Anytime I see purses like that, I usually don't pick them up. The only time I ever pick up purses is if they're free from my mom or they come out of a storage unit, and then I have to go through the process of trying to figure out if they're, well, the ones from my mom I know are real because I know she bought them from QVC or some place that had real ones. But ones from storage units I have to do more work on. You'll see in a second I pan over. I don't really show it very well, but right here on the floor, that little thing to the right, pick that up. You couldn't really see it, but it's a Mr. Christmas item, so I think that was $5 as well. Some of the ephemera stuff may have been good, but I didn't pick it up on this day. They were asking too much for some of the ephemera, but that little thing there, that Mr. Christmas, was definitely worth picking up. I'll explain it more in the summary of the items I've picked up, and I've sold at least 2 or 3 of the items I picked up at this sale so far. But yeah, random phone on the wall. You don't see that anymore in many houses. Here's a summary of what I picked up and what is sold. So this first sale turned out to be really good. This is like a family-run estate sale, which is usually my favorite ones to go to because it means there's a lot of inventory. Unfortunately, I did also pick up some items that weren't worth picking up, so this is kind of a good and a bad. We'll go with the bad first. The bad was these 2 LSU Stephen Barry's jackets they also let me pick up. They charged me, I think it was $10 each, which normally I would say yes, that's a good thing, a good pickup. But if you see, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. You can see it's kind of peeling here. The leather is peeling, so it's obviously old and worn out. Under the armpit, it's also really bad. So unfortunately, this jacket's not worth anything, which is why it was probably still there. This was like the first day they sale, so maybe someone else hadn't actually noticed that yet, but I'm sure it's 1 or 2 people probably saw it and saw the damage to the jacket. Now, I mean, I can still probably... This is a medium, so I might just keep it for myself. It's a cool pattern on the back. If you ever see these and they're in good condition, you should definitely pick them up. They'll sell for $50 to $60. I also picked up another one, which is XL, and I had it listed, and then I was looking over it the other day, and I saw one little mark, just like this one had. It's not nearly as bad as this one, but I need to go in and update the listing and show the damage to it. But that one, I think I'll still be able to sell it for a little bit at least. The good was those 2 cowboy hats y'all saw. I sold one for $100, a Stetson, and then the Resistol sold for $80. So, and that's plus shipping, I think. Not positive, but I took best offers there. I only paid $5 each for those hats. You saw like the little price tag on them for $5 each. So, yeah, good pickups for sure. If you ever see cowboy hats and you see Stetson or Resistol or maybe some other brand even, definitely look them up. Sometimes they're hard to look up, but in general, Stetson, you should always pick up Stetson. Shipping's not always the easiest because those hats are pretty wide. You can get boxes at Home Depot, or I just had some laying around from previous orders that I'd gotten, and my mom always saves boxes for me as well, so I get them that way as well. Also, I picked up, I don't know if y'all saw it, Santa, or not Santa, yeah, Santa's Marching Band from Mr. Christmas. I'm not going to pull it all out, but it's right here. Still haven't listed it yet, but it's kind of a cool little pattern. It does work. I did test it, and it did work, which was surprising, actually, that it worked. But I haven't listed it yet. I need to get around to listing it. It's just a lot of work to try and list it. But yeah, it even comes with the little Santa's Marching Band instruction manual. And it says what songs play. 35 Christmas carols, including Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Away in a Manger, and other ones. So yeah, not a bad first stop for this garage sale. Definitely some good profits, even though clothing probably going to lose money on at least on this medium, because maybe I'll just turn it into personal use and say I bought it for personal use, but it's already on video now, so I can't say that. On to the next clip. This is another fun sale that I went to probably a couple months ago now, but Biloxi Shuckers hat and the little Frankenstein. Anytime I can find a minor league hat, I've talked about it before in this channel if you don't remember, but I've talked about it before, I always pick it up. Pick up minor league baseball teams. Now don't get confused and pick up a high school team, because that's the hardest part about that. Usually you'll see on the inside of the hat, it'll say MILB, which is minor league baseball. They had a decent amount of stuff at this sale. I was one of the first people here to this sale, luckily. I actually don't pick up any plush, I don't think. I think most of the plush they had there were pretty cheap knockoffs. I think that Pikachu you saw, I'll show more of him in a second. There's Tom and Jerry cat. I think that was like had the little beads in it. Pikachu wasn't like it was a Build-A-Bear, and even the Pikachu Build-A-Bear is not really worth too much. But usually at yard sales, it's a dollar or two. So usually if I see a Pokemon Build-A-Bear, I'm going to pick it up. I don't believe that was a Build-A-Bear. Can't remember for sure though, but I didn't pick it up. I know that much. Continue looking at all the stuff. They had some shoes as well. I look at the shoes and none of them stood out to me based on the prices. Obviously I didn't look them up when I was filming because I'm using my phone and not the GoPro. Those are UGG boots. I think they were asking a little too much for those. And whenever I did look up the comps, they weren't worth selling. So yeah, that's the shoes they had in their little cubby holes. I don't know if that's what they use them for usually or if that's just random stuff. I think they had some video games I didn't show. There were Lego there, but I don't like that kind of Lego. Those don't really sell that well. The best thing that sells for Lego is the minifigures. I do pick up that glove. I paid 4 times what they were asking for that glove actually. And there was 1 or 2 puzzles in here that sold for some pretty good money. They were sealed. That New York puzzle you're gonna see right there, the skyline, sold for good money. This next sale was another really good sale. The American Girl stuff was really good. I thought at first it was gonna be $5 for the whole thing. Unfortunately, it's $5 per doll, but they threw in all the clothing for free. One clothing item is already sold. This navy cheerleading outfit sold for $16 on Mercari with free shipping, so that gets at least some of the money back. The American Girl dolls, I still haven't listed them yet. Those things, to me, are one of the hardest things to list. I've never been able to be good at identifying which doll is who, so right now I'm still waiting. I have the pictures taken. I just haven't gotten around to actually putting the listing up yet because I don't know if it's McKenna or Samantha or they have so many different names, and some of them are even just ones that are made after the person. So you can go in and like Build-A-Bear, make your own doll. So some of those are just whatever you want to call them. Truly Me, I think is what they're called, where they're just made to look like somebody. So you have no idea of how to ever get a name. So I've tried joining some American Girl groups on Facebook and I haven't been accepted yet. So I'm not sure. But anyways, I also picked up a puzzle, a New York skyline puzzle. I don't know why I did that. I don't have a comp. I think it's already sold. It's been 60 days since it sold because it didn't appear on my Amazon history, and that's where it sold, was Amazon. I think it sold for like $70. I look back on my inventory on Amazon, and it's listed for $79. So I think it probably sold for that. But I set that in FBA. So FBA sale of $79 for a new skyline puzzle. I think it's like one of those 3D puzzles or whatever. I scanned it and it was worth it. I think I paid $1 or $2 for that. I also paid 25 cents for a glove that sold for I paid $1. They were asking 25. I paid $1. So I paid 4 times what they were asking. So I'm a good reseller, right? I paid up on that one. But that glove sold for like $30, and I couldn't find that in my history, but I know it's already sold because I remember selling it and be like, I can use that in my video and say I don't know if I'm gonna use that for my title or not, but say I paid 4 times what they were asking for this item. But I also picked up this little guy. This Frankenstein. I paid $1 for him. Still on there. Haven't listed him yet. I might use him as a decoration. I think he has some more stuff, maybe in his chest. Can't remember. I don't remember what this toy was or what it did exactly, but yeah, this guy was cool. I'm trying to open him. He's not being very cooperative. I might break him in the process. Pause. Alright, here's the inside of Frankenstein. It's like a little play school. It's a play school toy where you can like move stuff back and forth. You can twist it around. But the reason I couldn't open it was you have to twist this little knob to get it to open. So I was trying to push it or pull without twisting it. So yeah, that's it for that sale. Let's go on to the next one. This is the next sale I went to. I picked up that little hobnail glass, but upon further inspection, I was going to buy it, and then it had a couple chips and nicks in it. I do pick up that guy, Mr. Shark, for $15. He was definitely worth picking up. Whether he's worth shipping or not, I don't know. I might just put him in the booth if there's room in it. Right now there's not much room in the booth, but I might put him there. But I keep looking around. They did some decent, cool stuff here. That was for that headset, it's usually overpriced. The little Goofy phone, which I call Mickey in the summary, I just realized it's Goofy, wasn't worth paying what they were asking. Same with the Garfield phone. If they'd been $1 each, then yeah, I would have picked them up. But for the Garfield was 10, and the other thing was like, I don't know what it was, 20 probably. I did pick up one of those little model cars there. I don't think it's sold yet, but they were only asking like 4 or 5. It was selling for like 20. So I picked up a couple items at the sale. Nothing great or anything, but you'll see in the summary what they're worth, or what that one item. I only picked up one item, the shark. See what he's worth. There's not much sales history for him, but he was listed for a decent profit. So hopefully I can get mine listed and sold for close to that price. At this next sale, I only picked up one item. Y'all saw it in the video. There were some decent items there, but none of them really showed comp-wise. Like that Mickey phone, I think it was, the Garfield one. None of that stuff was worth what they were asking. So unfortunately, I didn't pick any of it up. Right after I got there, and right after as I was leaving, Lonnie Shed Flips actually showed up. So I'm not sure if he got anything at the sale or not. They had some cards. I don't know if I showed that in the clip or not. But they were asking like $4 or $5 each, and the ones I looked up weren't worth picking up. But I did pick up one item. This shark. This is Undersea Hunter by AJ Obara, official issue of the Cousteau, I don't know how you say that, Society from 1986. I'm not sure. I really don't want to ship this, so I might just put it in the booth that I share with Don Southern Finds, and see if I can get it sold that way. But I paid $15, so I probably paid way too much. But here's one comp on eBay listed for $85 plus shipping. So I mean, it's not a sold listing. And when I looked up, whenever I searched sold, there were no sold. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't have picked this up, but it's mine now, so I got to deal with it. But it was a cool little sculpture. Probably weighs 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds. So, turning $15 probably into $50 profit when it's all said and done, if you count shipping and all that stuff. So, yeah, not a bad find, I don't think. On to the next clip. Here is the last sale for this video. It's one from a couple months ago as well. The two hats, Bandon Dunes and that other one, I was able to look them up based on Google Lens. Google Lens helps a lot. Spot it. You'll see me sell that within the last week or two. They also had some clothing here that I'll look at. I think I'm going to show you all some of it. I don't pick up any clothing. I don't need any clothing right now. Really don't need any clothing. I have so many boxes of clothing that I need to go through. I'm trying to go through a couple every night and take pictures like 4 or 5 and just slowly work my way through the death pile of clothing. That was a cool one. Look, Who-Man. I'm also going to show you in a second right here. I took it on the other style. They were asking $5 in each one of these, so I had to rotate this to get y'all to see it. But $5 per Beanie Baby. Those were probably still there. They're probably still there now. Here's a summary of what I picked up. This last sale, funny enough, I didn't even plan this. I actually saw Lonnie and Candace leaving this sale as I was going to it. So I did get a couple items at this sale. That Spot It game, you actually saw me just sell that a couple days ago. I think I have it. It still hasn't been delivered yet on my car. I think it shows delivered. They just haven't rated me yet. So that sold for $10. Paid $1. Probably gonna make $3 on it. Wasn't worth picking up in my opinion. I thought I could sell it on Amazon, and then once I actually scanned it, it said restricted. So I was like, yeah, I'll sell it on eBay or Mercari, and Mercari's been very good lately. Poshmark has also been crazy good lately. I've had like 8 or 9 sales in the last 4 or 5 days on Poshmark. So if you're not selling on Poshmark, and most of it's not even clothing stuff, it's squishmallows is what I've been selling a decent amount of on Poshmark. Who knows? But anyways, the other 2 items picked up were 2 hats. Bandon Dunes was one of the hats. Neither one of these hats is sold. I don't remember the other one exactly, but yeah, those 2 hats. Anytime I pick up a hat for $1 that's referencing a golf club and it's somewhat popular, some like in the past, y'all saw me pick up a bunch of hats at one garage sale for, I think I paid like, I don't know what I paid for them. I can't even remember at this point. I used to be able to remember what I paid for them, but I didn't pay much for them. And I sold like a couple of them. Cypress Point Golf Club, some other ones that were really popular, some Mercedes-Benz hats, some Lexus hats. There's ones that people were selling at golf courses for to make some money, and those sold pretty well. Some American Needle hats as well. So yeah, hats are definitely good money makers. If you can find hats, you should definitely be picking them up. Like I said in the first clip of this video, those 2 cowboy hats definitely were worth it for $185. Probably making $130 or $140 on those 2 hats right there for one sale. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item. Mine's gonna be those 2 cowboy hats because they're not easy to ship, but they don't weigh much, and they're pretty easy to list overall. Depends. Usually they'll have a tag on the inside of the hat that'll say the size, and sometimes they'll say the pattern. Sometimes it won't. It just depends. Sometimes they're easy to list, sometimes they're hard. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and subscribe. Thanks for watching.